Hello friends, today we are going to talk about a sector that is nothing but a real estate sector which has performed very well in last, you can say 18 to 24 months, and most of the real estate sector has gone up a lot and also their financials has improved a lot. So today we are going to talk about what has led to this rally, again what is the future prospects of the real estate sector, again which are the stocks you can buy in the current rally which can give you a better return over the time. So stay tuned till the end because this is very informative video. Basically you are going to get about all the nuts and bolts you have to keep in mind when you are assessing a real estate sector. So guys, now let me talk about in detail. So welcome everyone, my name is CA Tapan Doshi and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Now let us start with the real estate sector in detail. Talking about real estate sector in detail, you can see here. So let us start assessing about real estate sector. Now real estate sector, first we'll take the sector overview. Talking about the sector overview, if you see in last 12 to 18 months now, the corporate sector has grown a lot, and as a result basically this has helped the real estate sector. So talking about that only, the growth of a corporate sector is well complemented with the growth of corporate environment and the demand for office space as well as the urban and semi-urban accommodation. If you see, real estate sector has outperformed 26.6% from Nifty in last 6 months. That is a quite a outperformance. Again, second point is nothing but the increasing investment of FII. Now if you can see here, FII has almost increased, almost threefold increase in the foreign institution FII worth 26.6 billion. Now that is a quite a good investment in last 5 years, and that is actually fueling the real estate sector growth. Again, the third point is astounding progress on the part of residential real estate. Now if you talk about real estate in the residential part, no, basically the progress is almost 68% year-on-year growth. I'm talking about 22. Now that is a very good growth. After the COVID crisis, guys, most of the people actually came and they want to start work from home only, and most of the company are also allowing, and as a result there is a big demand coming in the real estate sector on the residential part. Another point we have to understand why real estate performed well in the last few years. What are the main reasons? Okay, talking about the main reasons, there is a highest sales during 20 to 23. And one of the reason is that sector lived up to its best in 2022 according to industry report. The top 7 prime residential markets in India recorded highest sales during the first half during the financial year 2022-3 compared to the last 10 years. And that is what happened after COVID crisis. As the demand of the residential area increases, again now basically more and more people wanted to a big house, and of course Indian GDP going up, and all this thing has actually given a big push to all the prime cities wherever the real estate is in demand. They have a great progress. Again guys, if you talk about government aided scheme has aided the boost. So if you talk about, like, one of the example I can give you of a stamp duty, like Maharashtra government has reduced the stamp duty during the COVID crisis, and after that there was a big jump in the COVID prices. Again, affordable rental housing complex and government aided scheme has actually boosted this asset class. Also guys, third point is nothing but the growing awareness of the home ownership. Okay, so the growing more and more people actually they are wanting that they should have at least a home for the long term. And again guys, basically see, that depends on the person what type category they are, and also you have to see the age also. But yes, most of the people who are above 30, they wanted one residential house on their own. Of course millennium still they are not decided where to go, that's why there is less demand from millennium part. But yes, about 30 age there is a good demand of residential part. Another is demand and outlook. So what type of demand and outlook you can talk about real estate? First is the commitment of PM Awas Yojana. Talking about PM Awas Yojana, now in the Union Budget 23-24, a commitment of 79,000 crores, that is 9.64 billion for PMS Awas Yojana was announced. Now that is a big funding which represents 66% increase in compared to the last year. So there is a big jump on that part. Again, it will contribute almost 13% of the country's GDP by the 2025. I am talking about the real estate sector. So real estate sector in India is expected to reach $1 trillion by 2030. That is a big jump. By 2025, it will contribute 13% of the country's GDP. So you can see the share of real estate sector. Anyways, it is high currently in the Indian context, but yes, it is going to remain high and it will be almost 13%. Again, strong Nifty real estate index, talking about stock market only, the tracking the strong fundamental performance and factoring in a highly positive set of future, the Nifty real index trended higher against the Nifty. So in coming future also, Nifty real estate Nifty may do better compared to other indexes. Now let us talk about some of the stock pick which I will tell you. So one of the stock pick which I may recommend you here is nothing but the Sobha Developer. So let us go and understand about Sobha Developer first. So talking about Sobha Developer, guys, you can see the market cap is around 6387 crores. So it is near to around small cap only. Overall the book value is 263. ROE is little bit less. However, high was 720 and low was 412. PE is 57, little bit higher, but overall if you see, Sobha has performed well. So let us talk about that thing in detail. So if you go down, if you see in last 5 years over the years, the stock has actually gone up during 2021, and that was high on February 2022 around 850. Then it has gone down, but now it is slowly and gradually recovering because the performance is improving. So talking about that P ratio, if you can see here, the earlier it is by October 21, no, it was 135. Now it is almost gone to 57. So now reasonable valuation is there, and comparatively now slowly and gradually the stock is performing a good way. Now if you talk about more about basically market cap to sales, you can see here the sales is going high. Okay, if you see here, just let me show you. Talking about sales, you can see here the sales is going little bit high. Okay, however, the basically you can see market cap to sales is going down. That means that slowly and gradually the company is recovering, and that may give you a future better indication that yes, this may stock perform well in coming future. So yes, Sobha Developers, you can talk about by throwing the charts, seeing the charts, we can conclude that. Now let us understand about the financials. Talking about the financial, guys, so talking about the quarterly results, you can see here there is a big jump from 868 to 1210. Okay, that is crores, and from 32 it has gone to 49. Yes, there is a drop in June, but in coming quarters the stock may perform well, and that is what the management commentary it is. In coming time, the slowly and gradually the recovery will be much better. Now let us go into detail what are the future prospects of this stock. So talking about the future prospects, guys, first is the launches. So basically demand momentum continues healthy to remain, and the company wants to keep up with the momentum. It has planned to launch 7 to 8 MFS of projects in financial 24, of which 5 MFS will be at Bengaluru, 1 MFS is in NCR, and the remaining in the other markets. The company is expected to sustain a similar run rate in financial year 25. Okay, another point is pricing. The management is factoring only inflationary growth in pricing, and further growth will be depend on demand momentum. So slowly and gradually they are going to increase the price, but based on the inflation only, not more than that. Also talking about operating margin, the company will continue to witness a margin pressure in the contractual business for a quarter and the residential segment for the next 2 to 3 quarters. The residential EBITDA margin will be improved to over 15%, and the PAT margin will be in the double digits. So you can see here that slowly and gradually the EBITDA margin is going to go up, and also the PAT margin, which will fuel the growth of a company much better way. Also cash flow, if we talk about, the management is expecting an increase in expenditure on construction and acquiring new land. As I told you, there are many new infrastructure projects are coming for Sobha, so lot of cash deployment will be there on that side, and hence basically we do not expect a similar reduction in the debt, and any debt reduction is expected to be a gradual over the time. So slowly and gradually the debt will reduce, but yes, how the demand will be there for the new launches, that is the main thing we have to check here. Another point is focus on the cash flow will lead to a record reduction in the net debt. Okay, so more focus will be the reduction on the debt level is far more comfortable and optimistic, economic environment will compel the company to focus on the growth. So hopefully they'll be able to control the debt and everything, and that's why that will fuel the growth of a company. Before I go to the other company, guys, I want to tell you one thing here, that Sobha Developer is you can say that no, it's a small cap company, and you have to take into consideration how the company is going to grow in next few quarters. Currently the future prospect looks good, but yes, we have to keep a close eye on what type of growth they are bringing. But overall, in current situation, it looks good and promising. Now let us take another stock, that is nothing but the Prestige Estate Projects. Now talking about Prestige Estate Project, let us check there in the screener first. So talking about Prestige Asset, guys, you can see the market cap is almost around 24,000 crore rupees, around 2489, though that is a mid cap. Again, you can see the book value is 249. The ROC is higher than Sobha, and ROE is 7.5. So overall, if you talk about stock P is around 27, which is lower than Sobha. That is good thing to see here. Again, now let us talk about various other things. Now talking about last 5 years, you can see the stock has actually performed very well, and if you can see it is almost a 45-degree angle here coming. So that shows that yes, stock is able to perform quite better over the time in last 5 years. If we talk about P ratio, you can see the P ratio is actually getting down here. Earlier the high was around October 21 was around 48, and which is going down, and it is almost around 27. So it has gone down. However, if you talk about EPS is little bit going up slowly and gradually. So that shows that the company started performing well over the time. Also talking about another angle is nothing but the price to market cap to sales. So market cap to sales, if you talk about, you can see here the market cap to sales was actually down, then again it is gone up. Okay, however, sales is also slowly and gradually it is inching up. So overall, if you can talk about that, the company started performing well on the performance part and profitability. That's a very good sign. If you go down here, another quarterly result, if you can see here, the quarterly result shows that Prestige is doing well over the time. If you can see here, slowly and gradually the sales is going. Of course, June was a blip. June में काफी नीचे आ गया था the sales, but yes, that few 2 quarters was basically 2 years were very good, and now there is a, you can say, correction also, and also there is a lesser demand compared to the earlier, but in future the prospects look good. Okay, operating margin, however, you have to see here it has gone up to 31%. That is a very good sign. Again, if you talk about all other factors, it constant based on the profitability also. Of course, last quarter was very good. Currently it is 318. But yes, let us talk about the future prospects. So how is the future prospect of a Prestige company? So talking about Prestige Estate Projects, futures projection and con call highlights also. So what are the launch pipeline here? So Prestige Estate has a lot of launch pipeline here, as a robust project pipeline which includes few large development in Hyderabad, okay, Chennai, Mumbai and NCR. It has spent almost 30 billion plus on this project, which have a GDV of almost 275 billion, and I expect to be launched over the next 15 months. So they have a very good project pipeline in place. Again, debt, if you talk about, the cash flow remains the robust, okay, from the residential business, and if the company requires external funding for the capex, the debt will be taken given the strong balance sheet. Because they have a strong balance sheet, debt will be taken by them. It will be much more easier compared to other companies. Again, another is almost 40 to 50 billion worth of revenue recognition is pending and will boost the company's equity, resulting into debt to equity coming to in line with guidance of 0.5%. Now this is a big thing, because the higher debt equity ratio, the more the problem for the company. So now slowly and gradually Prestige Estate is going to go down, that is 0.5. The management is expect to net debt to reach around 70 billion by 24, but focus to remain on 0.5 rather than aiming to an absolute value. So that shows that yes, slowly and gradually they are reducing the debt level. Again, asset monetization, if we talk about monetizing opportunity always exist, but the management intends to create significant value by monetizing assets. So they are going to monetize assets once they are ready and stabilized, and which will enable to command premium valuation. So monetization होगा, काफी होगा in coming future, which will help basically passive real estate to have a great, you can say the roadmap from here. Now again, talking about annuity, the overall annuity assets can be valued at around USD 4 to 5 billion plus, and the company is open to monetizing them at appropriate time depending on the cash flow requirement. So this is how I talk about basically real estate sector. One is the primary is Prestige Estates, which looks very good, and another stock is nothing but the Sobha Developer. Now both these stocks have a good future, and if you want you can buy at every dip. Both looks good. However, I'll prefer much more Prestige assets compared to Sobha. However, Sobha is a small cap and Prestige is a mid cap. Overall, what I think about real estate, the next 2-3 years is going to be good. Future for 10 years I cannot give you a guarantee. The reason is simple, guys, because real estate sector cannot grow more than our if you talk about population growth. If our population growth is going up by 0.51%, real estate also may go slow down, but at least for next 2 or 3 years it looks good. You can think about this stock to invest also for the future. And guys, if you want to know how to analyze this type of fundamental analysis, you can attend our masterclass, which we normally do every weekdays. So you can check it out. Next masterclass, the link will be given below and you can join it. And guys, not weekdays, but yes, every Wednesday and Sunday we are doing it. So please click it and do join the webinar. And guys, any questions you have, and if you already have any real estate stock, please write it down in the comments box. I'll do reply. I normally do reply all the question asked in the comments. Okay, so I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye bye. See you.